My name is Dina White Griffin, and I'll be reading Jackie's Bat. My pops and me have been going to baseball games since I was 3. Our dream has always been them bums, the Brooklyn Dodgers. They've had their slumps, but this season, 1947, is going to be their best ever. And you know why? Because I'm their bat boy. It's my first day, and I get to the locker room earlier than anyone. A new player comes in. I ain't never seen him play, but I've heard all about him. He's Jackie Robinson. He looks around for a locker, but there aren't any more. I do what the manager told me and point to a folding chair and a nail on the wall. I don't think any other player ever had to start with a nail, but Robinson ain't like any other player, not in either of the leagues. He's colored. In spring training, a bunch of the guys on the team said they didn't want to play with him, but old Leo the Lion DeRocha just chewed their rear end, said Robinson was staying. Anyone who didn't like it could leave. No one did. I ain't leaving either. Robinson looks at me. Hey, kid, he says, all smiles and all friendly. I don't know what to say. Pop says it ain't right, a white boy serving a black man, so I turn and get to work. The Yanks are coming for 3 games before the opener, and I have plenty to do. I put all the uniforms in the right lockers and the new number 42 jersey on the nail. I clean the spikes on the shoes and brush them till they shine, all except number 42's. Then I cart the bats, gloves, and balls down the field. For the first game against the Yanks, there's a mob of colored fans waiting for Robinson, hoping for his autograph. He hasn't even done anything yet. Hey, kid, he says to me, what's your name? Joey, I say. Could you get me a pen? He asks politely. But I keep walking, pretending I don't hear. Before he can ask again, a fan calls out, Here, Mr. Robinson, have mine. He takes the pen and seems to forget all about me. I don't forget about him. I take care of all the other players, but I steer clear of Robinson. I've started to get the hang of my job, and now I'm as ready as can be for the opening game against the Braves. As the players' names are called, the fans go wild, me along with them. But when Robinson's name comes over the loudspeaker, the Negroes jump to their feet, waving signs like crazy. You think President Roosevelt came back from the dead, but they're not the only ones excited. Everybody wants to see if Robinson can really play ball in the big leagues, even Pops. Holy moly, I want to say. Robinson's okay on first base, but he's pretty sad at the bat. After the game, he walks over. Joey, he says, handing me his shoes. Seems like you've been missing these. I shrug. Just put them on the pile, I say, hoping he'll leave. He doesn't. You know, Joey, he says, putting a foot on the bench. There's people out there who don't treat me as a man 'cause my skin is black. His voice is strong like a line drive. I don't say nothing. My eyes are looking at everything but his eyes. You know what I found out about them? He asked, almost like I was a friend he was telling a secret to. No, I say. Normally I say no, sir, to a player. I couldn't say it now, but I do look up. I expect his eyes to be angry. He just looks tired and sort of let down. They don't know what a man is, he says. Then he pulls himself tall and walks away. I look at the shoes he's left. If he tells the clubhouse manager I haven't been doing my job, I'll get canned. So I clean those shoes a little bit better, but they don't shine. We heard we head to the game home of the New York Giants, our big rivals. Robinson gets 5 hits in his first homer. It's a humdinger. Even I have to cheer. Robinson's swamped with fan mail. I keep loading cards and letters into his slot. Pop says he'll be gone soon. He won't be able to hack the big leagues. But I don't know. He works hard as anyone and doesn't ask for no favors. After the Giants, we come back home for 3 games against the Phillies. The day's so cold for game one, I have to keep blowing on my fingers to keep warm. When I hand Robinson his bat, shouts start coming from the Phillies dugout. Why don't you go back to the cotton fields? They're waiting for you in the jungles, black boy. A bunch of the players aim their bats at him like guns and shout the N word. I can't believe it. This is baseball for crying out loud. Robinson just keeps playing. He hits a single, steals a base, and even scores. But I can see the ugliness is getting to him. He makes his first error of the season. The second game is as rotten as the first, and our fans are as mad as us. But then at the start of the third game, our second baseman, Eddie Stanky, stands and roars, "You yelly bellied cowards! Why don't you yell at somebody who can answer back?" Everybody knows Robinson promised he won't make no trouble no matter what. Then another Dodger hollers, "If the guys played as well as you talk, you'd win some games." "Yeah," I shouted like the rest. "Shut your faces." Later in the locker room, the players start laughing and joshing with Jackie like he's one of the guys. I guess he is now. After that, Jackie goes into a hitting slump, and I wonder, will he get pulled from the lineup on May Day against the Cubs? He shoots a line drive to left field. The slump is broken. We win the games, and suddenly we're on top in the league. I want to shake Jackie's hand or something. "Congratulations, Mr. Robinson," I say as I take his uniform, and he smiles. But I feel like he sees Phillies written on my shirt instead of Dodgers. Jackie isn't living on Easy Street yet. Pitchers aim for him. He gets hit 6 times. Runners slide into first and try to spike him. On the road, he can't stay at the same hotel as the rest of us, or eat with us, or use the swimming pool. Letters start coming in so full of hate, the police have to guard him. If I weren't the bad boy, I don't know if I'd believe it. Jackie just keeps playing harder and harder, and he goes on a hitting streak, batting in doubles and homers, and he steals his way around the diamond. He even steals home. The pitchers get so crazy that they can't pitch for watching Jackie. By September, we're on top. Even so, I get a bad feeling I can't shake or talk to Pops about. I'm doing my best work for Jackie, getting the pine tar and rosin for his bats, delivering his mail, bringing him chiclets and water, but I still feel like we're in 2 different dugouts, and I'm the one who put us there. Finally, we're off to St. Louis. There are only 4.5 games ahead of us, and the Cardinals are trying all sorts of dirty tricks to make Jackie crack just because he's black. In the 8th inning of the last game, one of the Cardinals hits a foul. Jackie leaps from first to catch it. Jumping Jehoshaphat, he's going to crash into the dugout. Then suddenly, Ralph Branca, our pitcher that day, is in the air like Superman. As Jackie catches the ball, Ralph catches Jackie. Holy Joe, a white man holding a black man. That takes the gobble out of the Cardinals' turkeys. The batter's out, and we go on to win the game 8-7. The Cardinals later lose to the Cubs. All of Brooklyn is celebrating. We won the National League pennant, and Jackie is the first ever Rookie of the Year. September 23rd, 1947 is Jackie Robinson Day at Ebbets Field. I get there early and hang out in the dugout because I want to say something to Jackie before I go sit with Pops. A bunch of color boys yell to me from the fence, "Could you give something to Jackie for us, please?" A boy about my age hands me a package and a homemade card. Jealousy rips through me. I wish the present was mine. Reporters are all over him in the locker room. I get up my courage. "Mr. Robinson, may I talk to you a minute?" He gets a "what's this about" look on his face, but he excuses himself. I drag him over to the corner and thrust out the gift, keeping the card behind my back. He tears off the wrapping. It's a Louisville Slugger. That's wood burned on the end. Iron Man Jack. His eyes get a softness to them, like when Pop says goodnight. "Thanks, kid," Jackie says. "This means a lot to me." My mouth gets dry as I look into his dark eyes. I want to take the credit so bad. I want him to know that I'm sorry for the shoes and stuff. The words come tumbling out. "It's not for me, Mr. Robinson. I wish it was. I'm so nervous I think I'm going to pee. It's from some other boys," I add. "Here's their card." My eyes go to the floor. I want to melt into the floor like the witch in the Wizard of Oz. "I don't give any bat to give you," I mumble. "I don't have any bat to give you," I mumble. "But I want you to know I got what you mean about what a man is." I glance up sideways. Something odd ripples across his face. "Joey," he says, I look good today because I've held my cool and we won the pennant. But someday I'm going to start speaking up and talking back. And maybe I'll go back into another slump. What do you think of me then? He's testing me, I think, and I deserve it. Well, you didn't take nothing from me before, I say, and slumps and dodgers go together. They don't mean nothing. A laugh erupts from him at that, and I can see in his eyes that I just grew a few feet. He offers me his hand to shake, one dodger to another. When I grab it, I feel the tight grip of a friend. Later, I go to find Pops in the stands. The place is so crowded that it's hard to see among all the different color faces. Almost everybody's jackets are buttoned saying, I'm for Jackie. I buy one for me and one for Pops, so I'm not sure he'll wear it. But when I say, Here, Pops, he puts it right on. Joey, my boy, he says, someday you'll be boasting to your kids that you were his bat boy. That man's earned his place in history. When Jackie and his family walk out on the field, we all go nuts. But I feel like a grand slam hitter. Them bums, the Dodgers, or some team, and we're all on it.